We're about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield to throw on the first play. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Aggressive play call to start this game, and they're fired up. No question about that.
It's not one of those statement calls. Trying to let you know that they're going to be
If you don't give me no room to see me go boom.
He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 43-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Throwing now is Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here's Allen to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10-7. That's good for a first down. The 2nd catch of the opening drive. It's a sharp throw on 3rd down. They're looking for the game. They certainly don't want to get up. So it's a nice job to get the hook up and set up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
A big pickup of 38.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Mayfield. He's got his man. It's White. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine the defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. In motion right is a running back. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Finding room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Allen now on the sneak, and he is going to have the Bills' first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now Allen. And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Allen now looks to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On play action, Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Allen going to go on 4th down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And part of that outside is trying, but man, just in general, those laterals can be so risky. Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Jacksonville. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. ETN once more. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. There could be some room to roam.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. A little juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
To the air, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Touchdown, Bills. Keon Coleman An 11-yard touchdown.
Good catch, boy.
First points on the board as they take the early lead. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And just shutting him off there. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
All over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one lines up.
I play at a high level, dog.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the...
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
He ain't gonna do nothing with it. He ain't gonna do nothing with it. Let's go.
Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about
I play at a high level, chat.
In the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in.
If you want to get better at man, just watch me play. No, dog.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
Try to hit that boy with that slapstick.
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Pick your play, fam. You scared?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Another tote for Etienne. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll take it across midfield. And
Throw the ball, fam. Throw the ball.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Lawrence will throw. Oh, everything falling apart. Intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking.
It's all love, fam. It's all love.
2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that was going to be off target.
It's a dumb up. Man, come on, man.
That's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end Knox.
No wiggles, chat. No wiggles.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And again, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Good defense, fam.
Ticks left here on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Allen to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Allen from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That one good for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Allen taking it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
from the 21 at 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Cook again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
To throw, it's Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Allen now looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the
GG's, bro.
next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one they'll think about for the next month.
And down he'll go at the 25. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets there. We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Pacheco. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Patrick going to change the play. Got a man, it's Brown. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They throw it out right complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Steps away. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. And it's straight, it's Pacheco. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
But if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The slot man in motion right. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy 67 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Just scored this arm in the NFL. And at 6'5", he can put his whole body into it too. And this, an absolutely gorgeous throw. Perfect arc, and it results in a big, big pickup.
Here's Allen to throw it. The right side here caught by Kincaid. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. It's caught at the 1. And he is in the end zone. So we get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Xavier Worthy. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From midfield, here's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And again, it's Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.